Hello mates, I hope you're all doing well. So, we've looked at what I wanted versus what I got tattoos from Reddit. We've looked at what I wanted versus what I got tattoos. And today, it's time to look at your what I wanted versus what I got tattoos. I find it so interesting seeing what people were envisioning when they went in for a tattoo and then what they actually ended up with. And I'm very grateful to those of you who have sent in your photos for use in this video. Some of these photos you may have actually seen before in one of my subscribers tattoos videos, as everyone that I'm going to feature in this video today has sent in photos for that series previously as well. If you want your tattoos featured in one of my videos, it's very simple what you need to do. Either drop me a message on Instagram at AliBlack, link in the description, or drop me an email to don'tcryaudio@gmail.com. The highest quality images that you can muster, please and thank you. Alright, so without further fucking about, we all want to look at your sick ass tattoos, don't we? So, let's get into it. Okay, so our first what I wanted versus what I got photos come from Robert. Robert, thank you very much for sending these photos in. So first up, Robert wanted a traditional collar with like some flowers going on to go around his collarbones. That is where the collar tends to go. So he's envisioning getting like a floral collar, like a rose in the middle and some other flowers around there, with the rose being the centerpiece. What did Robert end up with though? Robert has ended up with a rose in the middle and two flower fillers either side of it. So a bit of a different vibe to the reference photo that he sent to the artist. You know, we haven't got the heavy black work around the flowers. However, what Robert has ended up with is a sick tattoo in its own right, and a very strong start for a very strong full front of tattoos. Next, Robert wants an eagle on his chest to go under the collar. So he sent in two reference photos for this. So we've got this piece of painted flash of an eagle with like a sun behind. And then he's also sent in another reference photo of an eagle that's on someone's chest. So what we can glean from these two reference images that Robert sent in is that he wanted the eagle spread winged, talons out, like going in for like the kill, or hunting at least. Maybe kill is a bit violent for what this eagle is actually doing. And maybe he wanted some red background behind it as well. What has Robert ended up with though? Robert has ended up with exactly that, basically. A spread winged eagle that fills out the chest nicely, talons out, going in for the hunt. Bit of red background behind it, flows very nicely with the flower collar that we looked at previously before above it. And yeah, a really sick tattoo that I'm sure, Robert, you're very happy with. Okay, now moving down Robert's torso. So under the eagle, he wanted this lady head with butterfly wings combination to go below the eagle. So as reference, he sent in another picture of painted flash. I've got this beautiful lady head, got a butterfly behind her, and is a very good reference image to send in. So that's what Robert wanted. What did Robert get? That's so sick. Robert has ended up with a very, very beautiful lady head with butterfly wings right above his belly button that I'm sure was absolutely horrifically painful to get. That looks like such a sore area to get tattooed, and not an area that I'm looking forward to getting tattooed myself. However, this is a really sick tattoo and a very, very beautiful lady that we have here. Alright, moving down below the lady head butterfly combination, Robert was wanting to fill out the bottom of his stomach, and he's thinking that maybe he's going to get a dragon there. So the reference photo he sent in looks like a nice piece of flash here. That's going to sit very nicely right at the bottom of his stomach. That's what Robert wanted. Let's have a look at what Robert got. Again, another really sick traditional tattoo piece. Goes very nicely with the rest of the tattoos that he already has filling out his front. Thematically and symmetrically, it's just very satisfying to look at the full front together. Yeah, and the dragon was a very nice addition in a very good place for it. And then lastly from Robert, he was looking to fill out the space that he had either side of the lady head butterfly and start to fill out either side of the ribs. Again, a spicy, spicy place. So he's thinking that he wanted a dagger going through a heart with some blood drips coming off it. So he sent in this flash image, a very classic piece of traditional flash. That's what he wanted. What did he get? One could argue that what he ended up with is even better than the flash image that he sent in. I just really love the vibe of this dagger going through the heart tattoo. If you've seen my last subscribers tattoos, which is where I talked about Robert's tattoos, you'll know that I absolutely gushed over this tattoo and just like the uniqueness of the blade and the fact that the artist has made the heart look almost like an apple, which just gives both things like a really like unique kind of vibe that I'm really into. Yeah, for sure what you ended up with, Robert, is even better than the original image that you sent in as inspiration. Well, thank you, Robert, for sending those in. You're an absolute geezer. Next up, we have Ryan, who was also featured in my last subscribers tattoos video. So if you've seen that video, you might remember that Ryan has a gentleman with a handlebar moustache. He's playing baseball. So he sent in the original like inspiration pictures that he sent to Wayne Fredrickson, the artist that did this tattoo, as inspiration. So we've got two images here, both depicting gentlemen playing baseball. So this is the first image. It's a really classic looking geezer. I love his long like stripy socks as well. And then this is the second image with the LA uniform. I don't know anything about American sports. Baseball is not really a thing in the UK. We play like rounders, which I guess is like baseball but worse. I love the simplicity of this one though. Right, so those are the images that Ryan sent in. What did Ryan end up with though? So what Ryan ended up with is even better than the photos that he sent in. I love Wayne Fredrickson's work, and this is a really sick Wayne Fredrickson tattoo. Love the little details in this one, like the zip and the fact that the guy's kicking up the dirt, which I mentioned when I gushed over this tattoo in my subscribers tattoo video. Love the simple colour palette. We're pretty much just going black with red. Two colours that are always going to look great next to each other, especially in a traditional tattoo. Yeah, such a sick tattoo. And then the other images that Ryan sent in, he really wanted like a black work lady head in this cool like mask, like a masquerade ball kind of mask. I think that's what it is anyway. I don't know. He couldn't quite find a reference photo that he really liked though in like a black work traditional style, so he ended up sending this photo in and asking for it to be like basically converted into a black work traditional style. So this is what Ryan envisioned. What did Ryan end up with though? Ryan ended up with this super pretty black work lady head with a little masquerade mask going on. This is another really sick tattoo that I gushed over a lot in my last subscribers tattoo video. Just she's so pretty, right? And I love how the artist, who if I remember correctly was ashcat.art on Instagram, has taken this reference photo and been able to like convert it into like working as like a really cool black work traditional tattoo, adding her own spin on it and being able to come up with like a really cool tattoo that works as like a black work traditional style tattoo. This is such a simple tattoo. Simple but effective though. Well, thank you for providing those photos, Ryan. I love both of those tattoos that you sent in. Please, if you get any more, send me more. I'd love to see more from you. Right, let's have a look at Jose's tattoos. So Jose is a subscriber I featured in one of my subscribers tattoos, like one of my older ones. Maybe it's my second or third one of these. Jose is a pretty long time viewer of mine. He's been commenting on my videos for a couple of years now, I think. Love all your support, bro. So what is it that Jose wanted? So Jose was thinking that he wanted like a tattoo of Audrey 2 from The Little Shop of Horrors, and he sent in this illustration of Audrey 2 to the artist. What did the artist come up with though? So the artist has been able to take that illustration that Jose has sent in and has converted it basically into this really cool traditional leaning kind of tattoo. You know, I love that the artist has included the two skulls right at the bottom of the tattoo. Loads of personality in Audrey's face, snarling with the little tongue going around and the teeth chomping and all that good killer plant stuff. Next up, Jose is wanting a tattoo of Kali. I believe that's who this is depicting, who's the goddess of death and doomsday. Pretty gnarly stuff. You know, Jose wanted Kali fucking some people up, you know, tearing some heads off, decked out in skulls. Loved it in this inspiration picture. She's got like the peace sign going with one of the hands. Love that. Right, that's what Jose wanted. What did Jose end up with? Jose's ended up with this like, again, colour, traditional leaning kind of tattoo. Love that Carly's just standing on these two blokes' heads. They're dead, they don't mind. She's also decked out in skulls as well. Love the choice of colours on this one. I love the contrast between like the red in this cape and then she's got like the blue skin, obviously. Love how the hair's done as well. What else did Jose want? Jose also loves him some vampires. You know, he loves death goddesses, vampires, gnarly stuff. So what he sent to the artist is this really pretty vampire lady, breathe from her mouth, like a crown of roses on her head, proper psychotic look in her eye. What has he ended up with? What he's ended up with is a really similar vibe. Love how the artist is like just simplified down the colour palette so that the red really pops. We've got red in the crown of roses, blood dripping out of her mouth, and then the rest of the tattoo is pretty much black and grey. I lie, we've got a bit of green in the roses as well, which makes sense. But that choice to like pare down the colour palette so that she's all black and grey, but what is around her is in colour, like again, the crown, the blood, that really makes both of those things pop. And she is really beautiful. You can see the inspiration from the original image, but at the same time, I think the artist has really added a lot of their own take onto this as well, in order to make that reference image work as a tattoo and work really well as well. The next image that he sends in is one that I absolutely fucks up when I was trying to read it in my subscribers tattoo video. So I think I pronounced it Quetzalcoatl, but it's pronounced a Quetzalcoatl, I think. I really hope I got that right this time and that I've somehow redeemed myself now. So Jose wanted a tattoo of a Quetzalcoatl. So he sent in this, like, I guess that's like a stone carving, like a picture of a stone carving as the reference photo. Pretty interesting thing to send in as a reference photo. What has Jose ended up with though? So again, Jose sent in something which is not a colour traditional tattoo, and the artist has been able to take that and make Jose a sick leg piece of a Quetzalcoatl that takes up most of like the inner lower part of the leg. What is this part of the leg called? Like the side, like it's not the calf, like the calf is like the back, isn't it? And it's not the shin is almost like the front. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. Again, really sick that the artist has been able to take something that is not a tattoo as reference and turn it into a really sick tattoo. It's just so interesting that a lot of the photos that Jose has sent in has not been tattoo photos that he's used as reference, and yet the artist is still giving him really sick tattoos. Just goes to show. And then lastly, Jose's wanting this like dark broody vampire dude, so I sent in this photo as the reference image. I believe this is like an illustration rather than a photo, and this dude is dark and is broody, man. Everything I aspire to be. So this is what Jose sent in. What has Jose ended up with? What Jose has ended up with is a really, really sick traditional tattoo. Again, this is one that I really gushed over when I talked about it in my subscribers tattoos video. I think it was maybe my second or third one of these that I did. And yeah, once again, he sent in a photo of something that's not a tattoo as a reference image. The artist has been able to take that, turn it into a sick traditional tattoo. Dude's got loads of personality. The hair is really well done. Love the slit black kind of quiff look. Love the pointed moustache. Love all the little details, all like the buttons on the shirt. The shade of purple is great. Yep, really strong line work. The eyes really pop. They're so beautiful and so well done. Yeah, a really sick tattoo. Thank you for sending your photos in, Jose. I really appreciate it. And that is it. Those are my reactions to some of my subscribers, what I wanted versus what I got tattoos. Again, thank you to all of you who sent in photos. And again, if you want your tattoos featured in one of my videos, it's very simple what you need to do. Either drop me a message on Instagram at AliBlack, link in the description, or drop me an email to don'tcryaudio@gmail.com. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like and hit subscribe button and all of that other YouTube bollocks. If you like the music that you're hearing in the background, it was actually all produced by me. I have another channel where I post beats/instrumentals that I've made for singers to use to write songs to, so if that is something that you are interested in, I'll put a link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.